In this video, we're going to talk about the slope formula. And the formula is m, where m represents slope, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I know that right about now there are some of you who are like, what? And are very unhappy. Well, this is nowhere near as difficult as it appears to be. So let me explain to you what this y2, y1, x2, and x1 actually are. Let's assume for a moment that you've been given two ordered pairs. And in this case, I'm going to take the ordered pairs 4, -2, and -1, 2. So these two ordered pairs would be points on a line. Obviously a line that you may not be able to see right now. But these are points on a line, and they've been given to you. And I'm going to start out by labeling these points thusly. I'm going to label this one x1. I'm going to label this one y1. I'm going to label this one x2. I'm going to label this one y2. All right, does it matter in which order I label the points? Could I have labeled these both x2 and y2 and these x1 and y1? The answer to that question is yes, you could have. It doesn't matter as long as you're consistent. In other words, whichever one you pick as x1, that must also be y1. Whichever one you pick as x2 must be y2. You cannot combine them. All right, so as you may recall, slope is the change in the rise over the run, and that's why you've got these points here, right? Y represents the rise, and x points represent the run, the vertical and the horizontal. So I'm going to substitute these points in now. Let's do that. So m is going to equal the slope of the line. Let's see how I wrote this out. 2, that would be my y2, minus, pardon me, -2. Okay, so where did this 2 come from? This is y2. Where did this -2 come from? That's y1, and that's going to be all over. And once again, x2, -1, and I'm going to subtract that. Let's see, I'm going to subtract from that, x1, which is 4. Okay, so let's do that. M is now going to equal 2 minus -2. When I subtract a negative, that's the equivalent of adding a positive. That would be 4. And -1 minus 4 would be -5. All right, I'm not going to write the negative symbol here. I'm going to write it over here. And what does this mean? This means that the line that passes through the points 4, -2, and -1, 2, a line that passes through these 2 points on a graph will have a slope of -4/5. All right. Welcome to the wonderful world of the slope formula.